Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Noah here. I'm back. I was on vacation actually this past week in Disney World in Orlando, Florida. But I'm back and I built a slightly different team for this week that I want to try out. I also want to add Kartana in instead of Incineroar. I've tested with both Assault Vested. I think I like Kartana a bit more, but it's taken me a while to get Kartana in game. So this is the team we're rolling with today. It's the same Life Orb Zapdos, Bulldoze, Dusclops, Weakest Policy, Tyranitar, Focus Sash, Excadrill as we were using. The Incineroar has Assault Vest with Fake Out, Flare Blitz, Darkest Lariat, and Snarl. And the Tapu Fini is Choice Specs with Double Water and Double Fairy, so it has Scald, Muddy Water, Dazzling Gleam, and Moonblast. If you guys enjoy, leave a like, and yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? Let's see if we can find an opponent. I was having some trouble finding opponents while I was away. I was team testing, as you can see. I'm in Master Ball tier now. I was around 4,200, but I haven't played since Tuesday probably. So yeah, I dropped it quite a bit. But I was having trouble finding some trainers to battle, but hopefully we'll find some today. Let me know in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this after what Pokemon you want me to use, because it's getting a little easier for me. I collected all my previous season rewards because I'd just forgotten to do it, and so it's getting easier for me to build teams with Pokemon. So let me know if you guys have a Pokemon that you want me to use. Ooh, 11,000, so a bit lower than us. Let's see, they've got Clefairy, they've got Incineroar, they've got Rillaboom, they've got Urshifu, Spectrier, and Regieleki. So they're a bit faster than us with Spectrier and Alecki, which is a little scary, but Excadrill Tyranitar kind of looks really strong unless they lead Incineroar. So I kind of want to just lead my... Tapu Fini looks really good here, although he does have Rillaboom, but it does really well into Urshifu and Incineroar. Clefairy could be a problem, which is why I want to lead Excadrill. I kind of want to lead these two, but a Rillaboom lead would be really bad for me. I could lead defensively and just go Incineroar or Tapu Fini. That's not bad at all either, because then I can fake out the Regieleki. I think that's the lead I'm leaning towards. And with Tapu Fini, what I found is Dusclops Tyranitar in the back is really strong because they can't burn me. So I'm thinking about that here as a possible endgame. That leaves me kind of weak to Rillaboom, but I also have Incineroar, so shouldn't be too bad. This covers Spectrier. It doesn't cover Alecki too much, but I don't think Alecki's going to be doing that much damage. Is this smart? If I do this, I'm switching out into Dusclops turn 1. I think pretty much every time here. So I'm gonna stick with this. Like I said, I like to have Kartana because it just puts on a ton of offensive pressure. And I don't know, my playstyle is a bit more offensive. I think I tend to think so anyway. So yeah, I like Kartana a little bit more than Incineroar. But yeah. So this is definitely, I'm trying to max Tyranitar here, but if I get out of position, I might have to Dynamax my Incineroar. This is a really good lead for me. Yeah, this is really good, because I can just go for Moonblast and Fake Out here, and he can't really do anything about it. Yeah, this is really good, because I can Fake Out with Incineroar here. He might switch Clefairy into Rillaboom, but even then, I just still switch and Flare Blitz the next turn. Like, Spectrier is not putting on any offensive pressure here, I don't think. Unless it has Mud Shot, but my Incineroar is still Assault Vested, so I could Snarl, actually, but I think Fake Out's the best move here. Fake Out plus... I don't want to max. Probably just want to Moonblast, right? Let's see. Yeah, Moonblast is probably my best move here. Into the Spectrier. Yeah, let's see what he has in the back just to make sure, but... Yeah. Oh yeah, Moonblast is definitely my best move. He doesn't really have any switch-ins to Spect Moonblast, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That should do probably, I'd guess, 75% to Spectrier. Unless he maxes Spectrier, which is fine. He could protect Clefairy here, which would make a lot of sense, but again, I just get a Spect Moonblast into this thing. And my Tapu Fini has some bulk. It's like mixed between speed and bulk, so it shouldn't be too bad. Dynamax Spectrier. Let's see. I think it's really weird how there's gaps between his... Oh, it's Helping Hand. That might OHKO my Tapu Fini, which would not be great for me. That was a good play from him. Didn't expect that. I probably should have Snarled. I'll Snarl next turn for sure. Max Strike. Okay. That might not KO. Wow. Okay. That's fine. What do I do here? I think I bring in Tyranitar and I just max. But do I max guard or what? Because right here I'm in a really good position, because although Clefairy is a fairy type, the Spectre might be max Quake, which would be really unfortunate for me. I think it probably does have max Quake. I really want to Snarl with Incineroar here and max guard, predicting the max Quake. I'm gonna Darkness because I think I live. Do I live it? No, probably not after a Grimnay. I'm gonna Protect, I think, or max guard. Yeah, Snarl would have been the better play there, I think. This is my first game of the day. I haven't really played much. Like I said, in about a week, so. And I haven't played with this team either on the ladder, so. Like I said, I do like Kartana. It offers a bit more offensive pressure, but Incineroar could do some work here. Just max Quake. I know I'm pretty sure I know what this team is, and I'm pretty sure it has Mudshot Spectrier, which is like an 110 base power Quake, which is I don't want to deal with. He does Helping Hand, which is good. If he max Quakes into Tyranitar, this is a really good turn for us. But if he max Quakes into Incineroar, I could be in some massive trouble. He does go into Tyranitar, so that's a really good play for us. Now we get the Snarl from Incineroar. That'll lower the special attack. Which is really good for us. Okay. And we do get a little bit more chipped with the Sandstorm, which is good. Now I really want to switch into Dusclops and Darkness, because I don't think he OHKOs my Tyranitar here, even with Helping Hand Quake. So I'm going to Darkness into the Spectrier and switch in Dusclops, just in case, covering for the max Quake into Incineroar here. I could be completely wrong and this could just smack my Tyranitar, but I think with his Life Orb. Follow me. Okay, that's fine. So ideally this max Quake goes into Dusclops here. Actually, I think it might. If it goes into Tyranitar, I'm in good shape here. Okay, yeah, that does nothing. Dusclops. My Dusclops is very specially bulky, but that still does like no damage. And now what I can do next turn is Trick Room and Rockfall probably. Yeah, that's one of my best moves. This should do some damage. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's enough to put it into Rockfall range, which is really good. Because Incineroar plus Dusclops should be able to win this game. And he has to respect Tyranitar just bulldozing. So I don't really think he has a good answer for Trick Room. Especially if I smack his Clefairy. And his Spectrier is not the best against my team now. Yeah. So let's look at what he could have in the back to switch into a Rockfall here. Nothing really. I mean, he could switch into Urshifu. But, I mean, again, with Trick Room up, that thing's just not doing much. So, Trick Room and Rockfall is my best play here. I kind of want to Rockfall the Spectrier, but, like, there's no real point. I'm going to just Rockfall Clefairy, get rid of it. Yep, Clefairy goes for Fall Me, that's fine. As long as Spectrier doesn't KO with Shadow Ball, which it might. If it KOs Dusclops here, I could be in some trouble. And it does. Yeah, it's not great. So maybe leaving Incineroar in there was a good play. Well, the good news is that I do get my Rockfall up, which is good. But Spectre is still really not a problem for Tyranitar or Incineroar here in the late game, so that is the good news. The bad news is whatever he has in the back. If it's Rillaboom, I could be in good shape because I can just fake out or Flare Blitz it later. I don't really need Spectre gone. I need to KO the partner first because Spectre is not going to do. It does have Mudshot, but it's only +1. It is Rillaboom. Okay. If it's Will-O-Wisp Spectre, which I don't think it is, I think it's Mudshot, Hyper Beam, Shadow Ball Protect would be my guess. If it's got Strike and Quake. And Grass grows, which is good. The Intimidate's really big here because I should be able to live a Grassy Glide into Tyranitar now. So that's really good for me. I kind of want to protect Flare Blitz, but like, there's no real point to that because he'll just fake me out. So I think my own fake out plus protect here is maybe my best move. Because this Rillaboom probably outspeeds my Incineroar, right? So, depends whether it's Banded or Assault Vest. If I could fake out Spectrier here, I 100% would, but I can't, so... I think I'm going to Flare Blitz and Lash Out. And just say, you can only fake out one of my Pokemon. Mudshot comes out, so he didn't fake out, which is not great. Does Grassy Glide pick up a KO? If it does, I probably should have faked out here. I'm going to get the Weakness Policy boost, but... yeah. If this isn't U-turn, I could be in some big trouble. It's Woodhammer. Yeah, Tyranitar just goes down to this. Well, I get rid of Rillaboom, but... I don't know if that's necessarily the best for me. Protect probably would have been better there. Well, it definitely would have been better there, obviously, with what happened, but... I don't know if it covers the options very well, because he could have just Mudshotted my Incineroar. Or faked out my Incineroar, and then I would have been in massive trouble either way. This isn't over, though, because it's still a 1v2, and Incineroar beat Spectrier 1v1, so it depends on what his last Pokemon is. If it is Incineroar, then I probably lose. But if it's, like... if it's a Lucky, I could definitely win still. It's Urshifu. Yeah, I think I just lose this now. It is Dark-type Urshifu. Is it Dark-type Urshifu, or is that Water-type Urshifu? It's Water-type Urshifu. Yeah, there's no way I win this. I'll play it out, but there's no way I'm going to win this. Yeah. I don't have any moves to hit it. I'm just gonna Darkest Lariat. This should just be close combat or surging strikes. Spectrier is incredibly strong against my team. This is why I like to have Kartana, because that turn 1 I can just max my Kartana. Yeah, the safe play probably would have been to switch out into Dusclops when he struck Tapu Fini, but like I can't cover for that because if he just max ghosts my Dusclops, I lose the game turn 1, so. Not too bad, but. First game with the team, it's we take the L, but, you know, we move on. Still not entirely sure how I should play this team. Against the opponent there, I probably should have brought Zapdos, but I was a little afraid of the Spectrier just ghosting it turn 1 and following me, which it probably would have done if I had led Zapdos, but let's continue battling. I actually want to run a calc real quick about how much that would have done to, or how much Life Orb Zapdos does to Spectrier. Let's see. Zapdos is a bit bulkier than Spectrier. So let's see. Zapdos, blank set. Just gonna run 252 special attack. It's fine. And then we're gonna run a Hurricane. Okay, Hurricane here. Dynamaxed into Clefairy, and it's probably physically defensive, would be my guess. Yeah, I would say that's about right. Not Dynamaxed. Airstream doesn't Oko Clefairy, so that was kind of my problem there, was I didn't really have a great way to deal with Clefairy unless I brought Excadrill, which I maybe should have. Yeah, Excadrill Tyranitar actually doesn't look bad there at all, but now that I think about it. But it is what it is. So we got another game. It's Suicune, Spectrier, Mamoswine, Incineroar, Kartana, and Regieleki. So I haven't seen a ton of Kartana, which is why I like it, and there's not a ton of answers for it outside of Incineroar. But my Incineroar looks really good in this matchup. Excadrill looks really strong here, but I'm just a little afraid of the Will-O-Wisp from Spectrier. It deals with Mamoswine well. It can Steel Spike into Spectrier or just Iron Head. I think I bring Tapu Fini and Incineroar here. Yeah, this looks strong. I don't think he wants to bring a Lucky here because of the Excadrill. So I think bringing Tapu Fini is fine. I'm a little concerned about the Suicune, but like that's the only thing that Zapdos really deals with in this game. It doesn't really do well into anything else. It does have Heat Wave for Kartana, so maybe I should bring it instead of... I could lead Zapdos and Excadrill. I think this is the better play, to bring these four, and then Tapu Fini in the back. Yeah, I think this is the good play, because now if he leads Kartana, I can just max Flare with Zapdos turn 1. I don't think he brings Kartana now that I think about it, because I have Zapdos and Incineroar, but he still might, so we'll see. I have a loss. Let me go ahead and add that to the counter real quick. There we go. Suicune Spectre. So maybe Excadrill Tyranitar would have been better, but this is still a really good lead for me. Because like I said, Spectrier doesn't want to deal with... Suicune doesn't want to deal with Zapdos, and at +1, I think I just switch in Tapu Fini here, because like Shadow Ball is going to do some damage, but not a ton to Tapu Fini. And if I just Airstream, then I outspeed the next turn. I think I Airstream the Spectrier. If I was my opponent, I'd switch into Mamoswine to block the Max Lightning into Suicune. Or maybe Kartana. But I think I want to Airstream into Spectrier just to get the boost. Yeah, switch Tapu... Why am I switching Tapu Fini in? Oh yeah, so Excadrill doesn't get burned. Switching Tapu Fini and Max Airstream into Spectrier. It looks pretty strong. This way I outspeed Kartana too if it comes in. Suicune doesn't switch, which is a little shocking to me. I thought it would for sure. I think it's interesting we've seen 2 Spectrier already. There was a Spectrier or 2 in the Global Finals this past weekend. They're maxing their Spectrier at turn 1. That's crazy. Suicune might go for Tailwind here, which would not be great. But I think it's more likely to go for like Safeguard or something. We'll see. Interesting. Get on the field here. So I could have just O-code it immediately, even with just a Thunderbolt, but we max Zapdos here. I didn't think he wanted to max Spectrier in front of my Excadrill. I still have Tyranitar in the back as well, which deals with Spectrier late game, especially with this chip from Zapdos. This is more about getting the speed boost than actually doing damage to Spectrier. Like, if he didn't max Spectrier and left it in, then this is a really good, play. But I was really hard reading the Phantasm comes out. That makes sense. Zapdos, cool. I should win this. Oh yeah, easily. Well, not easily, but enough. As long as Suicune doesn't Tailwind here, which it might, then I should be in good shape. Hopefully Suicune just Calm Minds. That would be the best case scenario, because then I just get a KO in Spectrier. Yeah, it does more than half. Good stuff. And I can just Moonblast as well, because now my Tapu Fini is pretty fast, as long as the Suicune doesn't Tailwind. See what it goes for. It does Tailwind. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, that's not ideal. I think what I want to do is Moonblast the Spectrier and Max Guard, because he has to get rid of this Zapdos. He could just target down Tapu Fini, but like if that happens, then Spectrier just goes down. He can't take both KOs this turn. Do I just sack one or the other? And just say, yeah, you can have... Because in that case, he could just max guard. So I'm just going to make this play. I'm going to max guard my Zapdos. Because if he doesn't KO Zap and just trust that Moonblast from Tapu Fini can get the KO into Spectrier here. He Helping Hands. If he goes into... that's probably into Tapu Fini then. Because he knows that he can KO with Phantasm. This could also be... I don't agree with that play. I don't really understand why he's Helping Handing there. It's probably... Icy Wind's a better play there. Moonblast doesn't quite pick up the KO. That's really unfortunate. So I made the right play, but it didn't quite do enough damage. Now I'm specs locked into this. Alright, so here's what I can do. I can Moonblast into Spectrier. No, actually, I'm fine here, because Zapdos is going down. So I'm going to Moonblast into Suicune, and just... Now I kind of want this thing gone, right? I'm going to Moonblast into Suicune and Max Lightning into... Max Airstream into Spectrier. This way I get the speed boost on Tapu Fini if it lives, which I don't think it will. Or Tapu Fini should live, but Zapdos... I max guarded? Okay, well I get the double max guard. Not what I meant to do, but I'll take it. I thought I'd definitely click max airstream. And I get the Moonblast into Suicune, which is... That's a really bulky Suicune is what that is, with leftovers. Yikes, that's not good. Okay, well I definitely want to conserve Zapdos here then. This should just be Shadow Ball into Zapdos. So I think the Tyranitar switch in is really safe. And that way it'll die to Sand as well. And that way Zapdos can beat Suicune in the late game. So I think Moonblasting Suicune again and just switching to add Tyranitar here is pretty safe. Because like I said, he can Helping Hand Shadow Ball, but again, against Tyranitar and Sand, I don't think it does that much damage. The Helping Hand and the Sand kind of cancel each other out, and this Spectrier hasn't taken any sort of damage yet. I think I would have actually preferred Zapdos go down there, because then I can just protect Tyranitar, but... Okay, this shouldn't do too much damage. It's not +1, it's... Yeah, Tyranitar bulks that easily. And like I said, now Spectrier goes... the special defense drop isn't great. Spectrier goes down to Sand now, though, which is really good. It gives more damage on Suicune, which is really good. Spectrier goes down to Sand, which is excellent. Suicune gets hit by Sand, which will cancel out its leftovers, which is really good. See what it has in the back. It's all going to come down to that. The double max guard was really good. I didn't mean to do it. Like I said, I was trying to airstream. And the Tailwind's gone now, which is really good, because now my Specs Tapu Fini with which is Specs locked into Moonblast, is faster than most of my opponent's team. Not this, though, I don't think. No, I'm faster than that. Let's see, let me look at this. So I am +1 right now, right? Let's look at this. I'm +1 speed, -1 defense. Oh, -1 defense. Oh, Phantasm, that's right. So I'm +1 speed, so that means I'm 1.5 times. Let's look at this thing's speed. I'm pretty sure I trained it to outspeed... I'm 120, so that means I have 180 speed. That... do I outspeed Kartana? I definitely outspeed Kartana with this, but I don't really want to leave it in here. Zapdos is my Kartana answer. I think I just... I'm Moonblasting this weekend. Yeah, that's a good play. And then Protect. I could also Brick Break, but I think I want to Protect. Yeah, because Tyranitar needs to stay alive here. This should KO Suicune. Suicune Helping Hands, that's fine. Even if this is like Leaf Blade, unless it's Scarf, like I'm fine. Tyranitar protects. If this is into Tyranitar, like if this is Sacred Sword, then I'm just really in a good spot. But if it's like Leaf Blade into Tapu Fini, okay, yeah, good. Suicune goes down. Excellent. If this is into Tapu Fini, then like it's fine because it's Sacred Sword. Yeah, that should just lock up the game. If it was Leaf Blade, then maybe my opponent could have come back. But even still, I just bring in Zapdos and Heat Wave. Like Kartana can't hit Zapdos in this late game, so +1 Tapu Fini putting in a ton of work here. And that's why I have it trained with 120 speed. I put it specifically at that so that it could outspeed a ton of stuff with the speed boost. So, and even if this is Assault Vest and Incineroar, like it's still gonna take a chunk from Moonblast, I think. So, my best play here is switch out. It's not switch out into Zapdos. It's not switch out into Excadrill either. He likely fake outs Tapu Fini here, so I almost want to go out into Zapdos. Is that the right play? I think I want to go out into Zapdos. And just... how many turns of Sander left? 3 turns. Okay, yeah. And I'm just going to Brick Break into Kartana. I'm doing this because this should be Fake Out right here into Tapu Fini. That'd make the most sense to me. And Sacred Sword into... yeah, and it should be Sacred Sword into Tyranitar. And now I can bring in my Excadrill and Sand, and that outspeeds Incineroar. That's a little scary. Actually, it's a lot scary because I need Zapdos or Excadrill to KO here. So, yeah, it's a little scary for sure. Is Tapu Fini or Excadrill the better switch in here? Tapu Fini, I think, is the better switch in because Yeah, because then either his Incineroar goes down or his Kartana goes down. Assuming I hit a Heat Wave. Heat Wave should just Oko Kartana here, and I can just Spec Scald into Incineroar. The smart play for my opponent here would be to attack Kartana. But yeah, like I said, Incineroar's just not putting on too much offense. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, wait. So I want to Heat Wave. Okay, good. And Scald, I think, right? Scald K? Yeah. Scald's my best move. Okay. I do lock into Scald, which is not great, because if Zapdos goes down, then I just Leaf Blade. Okay, yeah. This is fine, because now I get... Assuming Heat Wave hits, which, if it doesn't, then I just kind of lose. So I need a Heat Wave to hit Kartana here, because Excadrill then beats... Excadrill beats Instant... That sucks. Yeah, that's brutal. I knew he had Kartana in the back too. That's brutal. This game still isn't over actually, because I could Oko with Excadrill here, and I still have my Focus Sash intact. So if I Oko with high horsepower, Incineroar, I'd probably need a crit into Kartana. But yeah, that Heat Wave miss is huge. If I Heat Wave there, then I just clean up here in the end game with a high horsepower hit into Incineroar. Yeah, that's brutal. I hit the high horsepower. This should KO. Yeah, Peace Homie. But yeah, I think it's too little too late, because I don't think I Oko with high horsepower next turn. Take a sword. Good play. It's not going to KO. It's going to Focus Sash. But like I said, I don't think I KO with Kartana at full health. Because Kartana's defense... Oh, yeah, I lose because the sand subsides. Unfortunate, but I don't think there's anything I can do here. That Heat Wave miss was brutal. Yeah. This should just be like Aerial Ace. Yeah, that's a good play. Yeah, like, I mean, there's not much I can do there. The Heat Wave miss is really brutal. But it shows how powerful of a Pokemon Kartana is. It's, yeah, it's just really strong. It just puts on so much offensive pressure, especially with Assault Vest. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at it. It's leftover Suicune. It's Snarl. So I wonder why I wasn't snarling in front of my Zapdos. That would have made more sense to me, I think. Although it was KOing it anyway. It did have Will-O-Wisp, so the switch into Tapu Fini was probably the best play. Ice Shard, Icicle Crash, High Horsepower is his Sash. Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty standard. Snarl, Fake Out, Flare Blitz, Parting Shot. It's it. That's an interesting set. Normally they run Snarl and Burning Jealousy, or Flare Blitz and Dark Lariat. That's pretty interesting. What item was it? It was just Berry. Okay, interesting. Hyper Beam, Electro Web, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. That's Specs. Yeah. That makes sense. And then Kartana with Assault Vest. Yeah, that's cool. I like the team, but like I said, just brutal. The Heat Wave missed there. Not much I can do about that. Drop again. Not ideal. I've been playtesting the Kartana team a lot more than the Incineroar variant, because just I lost kind of like this a couple games with the Incineroar variant. It's just kind of like Incineroar doesn't feel incredible to me with the team that I have, because my team doesn't really want to pivot around too much. It's more of a hyper offensive team. Okay, Rillaboom, Raikou, Rillaboom, Raikou, and Tapu Koko, and Tapu Fini. So he's got 3 different terrain setters on his team. He also has Landorus, which is telling me that I need to lead Tapu Fini into this. I can't realistically bring Tyranitar in this game with Rillaboom and Tapu Fini and Grimmsnarl. And Koko. Yeah, I can't bring Tyranitar here. Incineroar looks okay here. I could play this really defensive and just max Zapdos in the late game. Because Zapdos looks good against Tapu Fini, it looks good against Rillaboom. It looks okay against Koko and Raikou. Not incredible, but okay. It doesn't look good against Landorus though, so I need to get rid of this Landorus quickly. So this is probably a pivot around game with Incineroar, Tapu Fini, and Dusclops, and try to set up Zapdos for a late game Dynamax. I could also max Excadrill late game here. Do I want to do that? I can't really hit Landorus with that. I mean, I could, actually. I'd have to get rid of Rillaboom. That doesn't look bad, actually. I kind of like Extra Drill in Trick Room here, which is a bit weird. This isn't a mode that I normally go with, but they really don't have... If he ends up with Raikou and Tapu Koko, like, in the late game, then, like, not much that he can do there against Extra Drill in Trick Room, so... We'll see. We'll see. Maybe Zapdos is a better bring here, just because it does more damage with the Life Orb, but... Raikou Landorus, okay, this is good for me. I can fake out the Raikou... Does Raikou max here? That's my only concern. If Raikou maxes, then I'm in huge trouble, right? But if Landorus maxes, then I'm in really good shape. I kind of want to play it safe and just fake out the Raikou and switch. Because if Trick Room goes up in this game, I think I think I can just win the game. It's inner focus as well, so I can't fake it out, which is not ideal. So I do just need to switch. I think I fake out the Landorus and switch. This should be like, do I want to hyper read the max lightning into Tapu Fini? Probably not, right? What other moves does Raikou get? Let me see. Is this gonna load fast enough for me? 30 seconds left. We'll see. Can I get... I'm not going to get it in high enough, but I'm just going to switch to Dusclops. I think that's the safe play. And fake out the Landers. Let's see what this thing gets, like, special move-wise. I think it's Aura Sphere, extra sensory as well. Those would both be good cover moves, like, to cover a switch. Oh, it's Rillaboom as a switch in, okay. Not a bad play for my opponent, I like that. I'm going to switch out my Tapu Fini, though, so I'm going to get the... Yeah, I'm going to get the Scarf Raikou, okay. And it's Life Orb Rillaboom. Okay. So I get some damage. Rising Voltage into... Yeah, that's fine. Dusclops eats that. Rising Voltage, not Thunderbolt. Very interesting. So, based on that, based on it's scarfed into Rising Voltage now, I really want to Trick Room, but it could just max Darkness me, which would be really bad. I think I want to Trick Room and switch. I'm going to Trick Room and switch to Tapu Fini. Because my guess is that Raikou switches out here, right? It doesn't want to be stuck on the field with Rising Voltage Scarf. It doesn't switch. Maybe he's just Rising Voltaging into Incineroar then to cover the... Or maybe he's doubling into Dusclops here, which would make a lot of sense as well. This should be max Rillaboom, right? If it's Life Orb. No, he's just staying as it is. He's Rising Voltage Dusclops, that's fine. Dusclops bulks that, and knock off into Dusclops. This shouldn't KO. Yeah, okay, Dusclops was that. I was really nervous for a second. But now we're in a really good spot, because I can Trick Room, and... What do I want to do here? Do I want to bring back in Incineroar, or do I want to... Well, I clearly Pain Split into Raikou here. The question is what I want to do with Tapu Fini, because I honestly could just max Tapu Fini, but I don't think that's the play. I could also just Specs Moonblast into this thing. What Pokemon does he have in the back? He's got Landorus. He also has... Yeah, I don't see why I don't just Specs Moonblast into Rillaboom, because if and he could be slower than me, which would not be great. And he could like Wood Hammer me. But I'm definitely faster than Raikou, so I'm gonna Specs Moonblast into Rillaboom. And we know it's not Assault Vest, so the Assault Vest is maybe on Landorus, in which case maybe Specs Scald would have been better, but Specs Moonblast is still gonna do a ton of damage to anything that it hits. He withdraws Raikou, which is fine, because I'm just going to get a Pain Split onto it. Onto the Tapu Fini is excellent, actually, because that's the one thing that I really don't want to deal with. Here, it's Misty Seed. Misty Seed, Tapu Fini. Okay, interesting. Extremely interesting, actually. Well, I'll Pain Split that. Get a bunch of health back. That's really good. And knock off into Dusclops. That's got to be a crit. What? How dude? What? Oh, that's right. No, that still shouldn't have done that much. And Rillaboom just goes down. That's huge. Because now I can Pain Split whatever comes in, which is really good. Whether it's Landorus or Raikou. And they can't really do anything about it. Specs Moonblast just showing how strong it is here. If he's fast Tapu Fini, then I'm in really good shape. It's Raikou. Okay, so I'm just gonna Specs Moonblast into Raikou with Pain Split, and that should give me a ton of health back. Oh no, I don't want to Pain Split Tapu Fini. I want to Pain Split Raikou. And Specs Moonblast should just do the job here, unless he maxes, in which case I just bring an Excadrill and I'm in really good shape. But I'm trying to decide whether I want to Moonblast Tapu Fini or Raikou here. Is my decision, because if he maxes Raikou, then like, not great, but he also could just Calm Mind Tapu Fini, and I don't want to deal with that, so... yeah, I'm gonna Moonblast into Tapu Fini. I don't... Like, if Tapu Fini goes down here, then that's fine. Like, that's actually okay for me, because I can just bring an Excadrill. His Tapu Fini Scalds does... Oh, Dusclop's big moves that. Let's go. Dusclop's too good. Moonblast. It is +1 special defense. Let's see what it does. Not a ton, but we'll take it. Oh, we get the special attack drop as well, which is nice. And it's Volt Switch Raikou, okay. I rate that play. Tapu Fini's bulk coming in nice and well. Do I need Tapu Fini to beat Landorus here? I think I do, so I think I'm going to switch into Incineroar and Nightshade the Tapu Fini. That makes a lot of sense to me. Because Incineroar doesn't really win me the game here. I could also Pain Split the Landorus, but my guess is that Landorus maxes here and that it's Assault Vested. So I'm going to Nightshade and switch. Oh, actually, do I even... Yeah, I need to switch to get Scalds. So I'm going to Intimidate the Landorus. He could switch in Raikou here, which would probably be his best play. Switch in Raikou and... Switch in Raikou and... max Landorus, but he's probably going to max Landorus and just go for another Scald, which is fine as well, because like I said, I'm going to get a lot of health back. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm going to KO. I don't know if that's a good play or not. Tapu Fini has Protect, okay. I can just Nightshade again, right? I don't see why I wouldn't do that. Trick Room's still up, right? How many turns Trick Room are there? This is the last turn of Trick Room, so he'd need a double Protect here. I can't fake out the Raikou. Could just Darkest Lariat, honestly. That's not a bad play at all. Kind of expect the Landorus to come into this right slot here. I kind of want to double in. Because Excadrill beats Raikou in the end game no matter what, right? So I kind of want a Nightshade and Darkest Lariat into the Fini slot, just in case the Landorus switches in. And it doesn't. Okay, so I'm going to get a Darkest Lariat into Raikou here. Nice. Oh, I reset my wins and losses count. Okay. Darkest Lariat comes out. That just KOs Raikou. Okay, yeah. So now it's just it's my opponent's Landorus against the world, which is not ideal for him, to be completely honest and frank. I think I just... Landorus is Intimidate. Trick Room needs to go back up for me. Well, it doesn't need to, but like, if he doesn't KO Dusclops, then like, I just get a free switch into my Excadrill here, I think is probably my best play. So I can guarantee to live a hit no matter what. He hasn't seen my Excadrill yet either, so he might Rockfall, which would actually be my worst case scenario, because then I don't go down to Sand, but then I'm faster, which means I'm slower under Trick Room. But I also do Cycle Intimidates here, and with I should win here in the end game with Incineroar and Tapu Fini, especially with Landorus at -1. It's Earthquake, so he doesn't max. Wait, did he already max? It's a good play. It's a really good play. Well, now I can just... Well, surely he just maxes his Landorus here, right? However, my Incineroar is now put at -1. So I kind of want to just max my Incineroar and go for Darkness. Right? the best play? I could also strike. But that's not going to do a ton of damage. Strike does put it outside of Tapu Fini range. Strike... is Max Strike my best play? I think it is. Because I can just come in and Scald it. Yeah. Because I'm probably going to get 2. I think Strike's my best play here. And if he doesn't go after Excadrill, then I can just Swords Dance. Yeah, I just Swords Dance. There, he maxes his Landorus, which is fine. I'm going to max my Incineroar, but it is -1, and Strike's going to put it at -1 speed, which allows my Excadrill to outspeed it the next turn if he doesn't KO Excadrill here. And he kind of has to go after Incineroar here, or I can just keep Intimidate cycling. And then max Incineroar later. Honestly, I don't know if it was his best play to max here. I think Earthquake might be his best play again in this situation. And then max the next turn. And just do a 1v1 Dynamax standoff at the end of the game. That'd be kind of cool. Incineroar goes big for me here. Yeah, let's see. Can we... Quake into... Quake's a good play. It's in Incineroar though. So we put that. Yeah, we're going to take 2 of those, which is really good. And like I said, now the Max Strike comes out, and Excadrill's +2 now. Which is really, really good. Swords Dance comes out, and I'm sure he's not expecting Max Strike here, which is why I Swords Danced, because if he didn't go into Incineroar, then like I can just Darkness next turn and ensure that... So Strike is big here, like I said, because it lowers the speed and it allows Excadrill to outspeed and go for an Iron Head, which should do a good chunk of damage. Because I'm not intimidated, I don't think. Am I intimidated? No, I'm not. I'm +2. Okay, yeah, this is just a lot of damage here. So now I can Darkness. Yeah, I think I Darkness here. And Iron Head. Iron Head's going to do a chunk. +2 extra is really strong. Whoa, it's so strong. Knuckle, that's a good play. But it's not going to do enough. Oh, it's extra. Yeah, so this should win me the game in Darkness. So the Max Strike there was really, really good because it lowered the Landorus' speed. It was a trickier endgame than I wanted it to be, but Strike worked out really well there, allowing Excadrill to just get a huge hit off. It makes sense for my opponent because like he knows that Excadrill is not going to max on 1 HP, obviously, because it doesn't double the bulk, and I need the bulk in this endgame. So he thinks, okay, Excadrill's just going to go for Iron Head, and it's not going to do much damage, but by making the Swords Dance play, like... Yeah, it does so much damage, and I outspeed the next turn, which is really good. So instead of getting 1 Iron Head off, I essentially got 2 by Max Striking and Swords Dancing. And Max Striking also ensured that Tapu Fini would win with Spec Scald in the back. Yeah, we'll check out the team. So it's Light Clay Grimmsnarl. I hate playing these things. Not as much as the full instance Grimmsnarl, but Light Clay is still really annoying. It's this and Lapras are specifically why I have Tyranitar with Brick Break instead of Superpower, is because of these things. Scary Face is also interesting, but as a form of speed control. Is this Assault Vested? Yeah, it is. Earthquake, Rock Slide, Superpower, U-turn. Like I said, Earthquaking and then maxing probably would have been a better play in that late game, because then he could have KO'd instant. He wouldn't have KO'd Incineroar, but he would have done damage to similar damage to Incineroar while KOing Excadrill. But again, I think Specs Tapu Fini at -1. And also Max Strike would have done a bit more damage, so maybe maxing was the right play there. I don't know if he could have gotten out of that. Protect, Scald, Moonblast, Ice Beam with Misty Seed. That's... Sorry, 1 second. Thought I was going to sneeze. I still might. There we go. Sorry about that. That's an interesting set. I don't know about that one. It's 112 speed, so it did underspeed my Fini, and it was modest. I don't know. Interesting. Grassy Glide, knockoff, high horsepower, fake out. Is that Assault Vest? No, it's Life Orb. I don't know. I get it, but I don't. Like, and it's also max HP. It's not max speed. That doesn't make a ton of sense to me. Like, when are you ever... I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. This is cool. I like this. Rising Voltage, Howl, Scald, Volt Switch with Scarf. That's really cool, because then you can raise your attack with Howl really, really quickly, and it's 179 speed, which is wicked fast. So I really like that. Actually, does that outspeed my Excadrill? let me do this real quick. So my extra hits 280 speed. So let's see. Google calculator. I think it does. Oh, it's gonna be really close. Let's see, 179. No, it doesn't. Now that I think about it. Times 1.5. 268. So yeah, it's still underspeeding my Excadrill if I'd let Excadrill Tyranitar, but it's still pretty cool. And Focus Sash Coco. I like this a lot. This team that this guy has is very pivot. Like, it's pivot oriented with these two, with both having Volt Switch. And it's got Feeny and Landorus that you can switch in and out. I like it. I like it a lot. But we'll continue battling. We'll probably play 1 or 2 more. I do have to go at 4 because I have a birthday party that I have to go to. But yeah. Up to 8,758. Very nice. Yeah. I keep resetting my loss counter. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It's probably because I'm typing and stuff. So we're playing someone 2,000, so that's pretty high ranked. Regirock and Heatran is not generally what I want to see, and Zapdos. And this is another reason I have Kartana, is because Zapdos... Assault Vest Kartana does really well into Zapdos, but I don't really have a Zapdos mirror counter really well. However, my own Zapdos looks really good here with Excadrill. No, Tapu Fini looks really good as well. Because Regirock is defensively oriented, is that right? Let me look at this. Regirock. Yeah, it's got 200 base defense and 100 base special defense. So, realistically, I want to be, I want to bring Tapu Fini. Do I want to bring it next to it, though, is the question. I think Incineroar is really good here up front because it can fake out, and Tapu Fini is really good in the back. But what's my last? Is it Dusclops? Or is it Excadrill? I don't think he brings Heatran here, just based on what I have. My guess is that he brings Zapdos, Spectrier, Regirock, and Rillaboom. Maybe in that order. So Dusclops looks okay here. I could have also led, like, I'm looking back at this now, I definitely could have led a Tyranitar or Excadrill into that. I need to lead Excadrill Tyranitar into more things, because just turn 1 Swords Dancing in front of something is just really, really strong. I just realized he has to respect that mode a lot. I don't really do that very often, though, with this team, which is, I think I should probably, like, I used to do it all the time when I was running Life Orb Excadrill, but since I moved Life Orb onto the Zapdos, I don't really ever lead Tyranitar Excadrill anymore. Spectre or Regirock. And yeah, that would have been really, really good into this. Oh, this is still really good for me because I can just Spec Scald into Regirock. And, oh, no, I didn't lead Tapu Fini. Yeah, I was a little scared of the mirror match here, wasn't I? Huh. Yeah, it's not ideal. Because I can't really fake out if he... Yeah. I really want Spectrier gone because I just hate it so much. Especially with the Pokemon I brought, like, Spectrier just needs to go. But... So I could just Dark Lariat and just forgo a fake out here. That actually might be my best play. I think I just Thunderbolt and Regirock because he probably sets up the... the sand here. But is it into Incineroar or Zapdos is the question. I'm gonna Thunderbolt into Regirock and Darkness Lariat into Spectrier. And just pray that it's not Sash. That's the plan we're going with. He's gonna max Regirock. Ooh. Regirock. Tapu Fini would have been a much better lead here. Because then I can either Airstream or Lightning and just pop this Regirock. But, you know, it is what it is. I just realized, I don't know if you... Can you guys... Yeah, you guys can hear my Switch, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. It's a little loud, but it is what it is. Snarl, okay. Snarl Spectrier, that's fine. I didn't max Zapdos for basically this exact reason. It's just not going to do that much damage. But this should. Yeah, it didn't do much, but we'll take that. It's still a good jump. It's a good chip for later. And this might Oko Spectrier. That's Sash. Okay, that's fine. Not ideal, but fine. Wait, what? It has a hidden Sash. No. What? And he quaked into Incineroar. Actually, that's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Because now I can just... Oh, we crit. He did Quake, though, so it's the same thing as Sanding, essentially. Which is not ideal. Yeah, I needed to... It's leftovers Regirock, okay. Not what I expected. Tapu Fini's obviously switching in here. So it's not weakness policy, so that's good. But the problem here is that Spectrier is still alive, and it can snarl me again. So maybe the switching would have been Dusclops there. Actually, probably should have been Dusclops there. I'm gonna T-Bolt and switch. Stall out another turn of max. Because, like, he can't KO Zapdos here yet. And this is going to do, like, the Snarl is going to do some damage to Dusclops for sure, but... Like, what was Dusclops doing there anyway, right? Like... Hopefully he just tries to go into Tapu Fini and just hits Dusclops, in which case I get another turn of my Zapdos, which is really nice. But this should be Rock Fawn to Zapdos, like, every day of the week. And again, this is why I love Kartana. Snarl misses Dusclops. Okay, I'll take that. Because this should... Thunderbolt should still KO even a bulky Spectrier, which it's not, clearly, because it's... Oh my gosh, it did KO. Oh my gosh, it didn't KO. It didn't even come close to KOing. Well, that's why it would have been switching and Dusclops would have been better, because then I could have just Nightshaded. Wow. I've got to take a Scald, which is not... Or now I've got to take a... Please die to Sam. Please die to Sam. It's almost recovered all that Thunderbolt damage back up, which is not ideal. Well, Tapu Fini comes in here and just goes for max waters, but I don't think it's enough here in this late game, especially if he has like Rillaboom in the back. Let's look. What does he have in the back here? He could have... Yeah, he probably has Rillaboom. Okay. Yeah. And again, this is why X-Control Tyranitar is really strong, because I could just smack the Spectrier turn one with like Iron Head or High Horsepower, but I didn't. Max Geyser. Do I want to Max Geyser Regirock? I kind of want to Max Starfall into Spectrier, just in case the Rillaboom switches in, and go for Nightshade as well. And the Regirock. I don't know if it's a good play or not, because the Regirock could still protect. He could Max Guard, which would like, and then he gets 2 Snarls off if I don't target the Spectrier, but like I could just Nightshade as well. I am gonna have to Trick Room at some point once the Regirock's gone. That's my end game here, is for Dusclops to 1v1 something. I really just want to cover for this Rillaboom switch in. He taunts. Okay. Okay. It's fine by me. Went for Nightshade, so this is fine. It's okay as Spectrier, which is good. And he doesn't Snarl Tapu Fini, which is really good. Maybe overriding the weather there was good. I'm gonna need a crit, I think. That's my way out of this. That doesn't do any damage, but like I'm going to need a critical hit, I think. Into this Regirock at some point, or I could just Nightshade it down. Regirock might be the thing I might have to 1v1 with Dusclops in the end game. Dusclops takes a little bit of chip. It's lefties, which is fine. It is gonna make it harder to beat from V1, but with the boost it has, it's just ridiculous. It's got 2 Quake boosts and Sand Up, which is not great. I am taunted now, which isn't ideal. He should just bring in Rillaboom now, right? That should just do buttloads of damage. Right? Surely. Zapdos, okay. Well, I can then water the Zapdos, right? Water the Zapdos, Nightshade the Regirock? So I get weather control for the rest of the game, which is nice. Alright, let's see how much Nightshade does out of Dynamax. Surely it's just max bulk, so it's got like 100 base HP. T-Bolt. Holy cow. That does wicked amounts of damage. Get that thing off the field right now. Absolutely not, mister. Die. What? Zapdos has that much special attack and speed and health. Rock Slide. Misses Tapu Fini. Okay, okay. This is doable. This is doable. Probably not. I should have doubled into Zapdos. I thought it would KO, but it didn't. Okay, well. If I had Protect on Fini here, I could just max guard, but yeah, it's not ideal. Because there's no way Zapdos is 1v3ing here. I don't have any good moves here to deal with Zapdos. And if he has Rillaboom, I just like lose hard, so. This actually might be my best play here. Thunderbolt. Yep. And it'll go down to Nightshade plus Life Orb, but again, just Incineroar just doesn't do great into a lot of the meta game right now, and with my team, like it's more of a pivot Pokemon, and I don't know, it's not my favorite. If he flinches here, I just lose straight up. But I can, yeah, okay. Like I said, I could have maybe beat Regirock plus whatever's in the back in a 1v1. I'm gonna play this out because I kind of want to see what's in the back, and I don't know if Zapdos plus Rock Slide KOs me. I'm gonna try. I just want to see what's in the back more than anything else. I want to see if I could have won without the flinch. Watch me flinch again. Hurricane. Okay, good play. That might KO me. That might KO me. Sick. Okay, cool. I don't get to see. Cool. I think for the next Pokemon stream, what I'll try to do is get the Kartana, because this is brutal. I actually might switch Rillaboom or switch Incineroar for something else that I have battle ready. Let's go ahead and look. What do I have here in my boxes? Okay, I've got a Dragapult, but I don't really want to use that. I could also... I don't want to use Cinderace either. I could just use the Celesteela that I was using before for this Incineroar. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah. Or I could use a Moongus. Moongus has Cobra Berry. Yeah, I kind of want to use a Moongus, actually. Let's throw a Moongus in for this thing. I don't really want to bring a Moongus plus Tapu Fini, but a Moongus plus other things could be really good. So we'll bring this. Let's see how this team goes. We'll bring a Moongus. It offers Redirection. It offers Spore if I don't bring Tapu Fini. It offers Spore if I do bring Tapu Fini, but... Alright. Let's see how this goes. Down at 9,000 now. Great. We'll use this Amoonguss Color Berry set instead of Incineroar. We'll see how we do. It's the music. I'm not good with gym leader music. Is that what it is? Oh, I don't like Hop's music, but it looks like we're rolling with it. 13,000. Okay, so they're lower than we are, but that hasn't meant much today. But this is a really, really awkward team. Ponyta, Zoroark, Crobat, Dragonite, Entei, Nidoking. This screams Excadrill Tyranitar up front. Because I can Quake stuff or Steel Spike stuff immediately. No matter what they bring in. Like, I can just lead Excadrill and just smack stuff. I also could bring Amoonguss. Actually, this is probably my best bet. And then just bring Tyranitar after. Because, like, none of this stuff looks like it has any good spread moves. Yeah, that looks wicked strong, actually. And then, do I want to bring Tapu Fini in the back? Or do I want to bring Dusclops in the back? Where's Zapdos? No, Zapdos doesn't look good here. Does it? I mean, realistically, no, Fini looks good, actually. Yeah, that looks really good. Yeah, because this way, like, Fini should beat Entei and Nidoking and Dragonite and Zoroark. So, yeah, Fini's definitely the bring here in hindsight. And so, yeah. This will probably be the last game of this stream. I'm probably going to stream around this time the next couple of days. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like, I have pretty much my full days free. And then, obviously, come catch the stream tonight. I'll be playing... I'll be playing Rocket League with my buddies tonight, hopefully, in a tournament. Hopefully I've gotten the lag figured out. That's really, really, really good for me. Hopefully he just Sacred Fires into Amoonguss. That would be supremely ideal. Perfect. Sacred Fire. Nice. Perfect. That's exactly... This is literally the ideal turn 1. My fear there was that he was going to Sacred Fire and Psychic into my Amoonguss, but this is really good. So now I get a Swords Dance up, and I just bring in Tyranitar and max Excadrill, and I'm in just an excellent position here. Bring in Tyranitar, switch into Tapu Fini, and max something. Yeah, I definitely max Quake into here. He could bring in Dragonite, but like... Then it just Steel Spike the next turn and I just do some damage, so. Quake into Entei, I don't want to take that. And I switch into Tapu Fini. Do I switch into Tapu Fini? Yeah, I think I do. Because he's not going to read that and go for Poison type move into Tyranitar here. He's probably just going to go for Quake into Tyranitar here. Does he really want to max either of these Pokemon though? Like, his team is super weak to Excadrill, and he left Entei and Nidoking in? Okay, Excadrill's the fastest thing, so like something's dead. Well, Entei's dead, essentially, unless it's Focus Sash, but I don't think it will be. If it's Focus Sash, then like fair play. I just haven't seen Focus Sash in Entei. Even if it's Shuca Berry, this should do so much damage to non-Dynamax Entei. Like, this should do probably 80% if it's Shuca Berry. And it's not Shuca Berry. Yeah, this is just gonna KO. Unless it's Focus Sash, but I don't... Yeah, okay. Peace, homie. I wonder what item it was. Maybe it was Life... No, it wasn't Life Orb. Huh. Charcoal, maybe? And didn't max Nidoking either. Is he protecting? Please protect Nidoking. Oh, Earth Power. Ah! That's a good chunk. I'm gonna get 2 KOs with my Dynamax here, which is really nice, though. Dragonite, Dragonite, Dragonite. I wonder what item was on the Entei. That's really surprising to me. Rapidash is the switch. Alright, so here's the deal. Do I Steel Spike the Rapidash? Oh, this also could be Zoroark, now that I think about it. Yeah, this is the play I'm going to make. I'm going to Quake the Nidoking and... Dazzling Gleam? Moonblast. Moonblast the Rapidash. Predicting that it's Zoroark. Okay. Fine by me. Peace, homie. I still do think that was Zoroark first turn. Because there's no reason to switch out Rapidash in front of an Amoonguss there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's this should be a win then. So I get all 3 turns of my max with Excadrill. Which is just stupid. But that's a really slow Rapidash. What the heck? Oh, it Trick Roomed. Okay, well it's dead now, so you don't have to worry about that. And now I can just switch out, right? Switch out Fiendly so I can get a Scald later. What was my last miss? Oh, it was Amoonguss if I went down, that's right. That is the one bad thing about this game, is that like by leading what I led, I instantly went down a Pokemon, and I knew I was going down a Pokemon, so like, you know, it's not great. I already killed Entei. What am I thinking? Okay, I should just probably just max Guard here, right? So this should be max Quake into Excadrill. Nah, I gotta switch. Max Guard switch is a good play. Yeah, because even if he he can't Poison type me here. He's got a KO Excadrill, he just loses the game. So this is a really safe switch, I think. personally. He's got to, like, hard read this. Actually, it might have even been better for me to just let Excadrill go down, honestly. That better not be my internet. If that's my internet, I'm going to be very upset. I think it was my internet. Because the stream just died. It didn't die, but it just lost a lot of frames. He did ooze. Okay, good hard read. I wonder if this was me or him. We're about to find out. But yeah, that was the last game of the day. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like. I'm going to start playing Pokemon in the afternoons. And it wasn't me. Cool. Nice. So I'll go in. Let's see what we finished at. For tomorrow's game, I will try to get the Kartana because that way we can use it instead of Incineroar, which is, I think, a much stronger variant of the team. Moongus is also pretty strong, as you can see. So we finished at 8760. Hopefully, my goal is to get somewhere in the like under 1,000 range before this season ends, which it ends on December 31st. So that's my goal, is to get somewhere in the top 1,000. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, like I said, leave a like and tell your friends about the stream tonight and the streams in the next couple of days. They'll be around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, hopefully, and they'll be Pokemon, and then the streams at night will start around 11:40 to midnight, because the tournament started at midnight. It'll be somewhere in there, and we'll be streaming Rocket League. 2 and 3 on the day today, I believe. Not great, but yeah, like I said, it wasn't the best team that I've been testing in Showdown, so I also play around. I have a bunch of Pokemon, as you can see right before I go here. I have a few Pokemon so these are all the Pokemon that I have trained up, that I have EV spreads on, and these are the Pokemon, let me find, these are the Pokemon that are level 100, that I just need to, oh, Magneton's not level 100, I need to take him out. Oh no, but he's also, okay, so these are the Pokemon that are like IV trained, so like, or level 100, so I can just give them bottle caps and they'll be IV trained. I just need to give them abilities like the Cinderace. I'll need to change to Defiant and stuff like that. Like they're IV trained, but they're not like battle ready because they're not EV trained and ability changed yet. So like the Spectrier is level 100. I just need to give it speed and HP, stuff like that, and a better ability, or not ability, but a better nature. So stuff like that. So I can use any of these Pokemon as well. Spectre would be really easy to get. Rotom would be really easy to get. Any of the Rotom variants. Dragonite, I could make a Dragonite team with Inner Focus. So if you guys want to see any of those, let me know. And like I said, tell your friends to come to the stream, and we can all just hang out and play some Pokemon. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like on the video, and I will see you guys tonight for a Rocket League stream.